With Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
So as Brian was asking and AJ was just about to answer, there is some stuff going down with Laughlin, Felicity Huffman. So as we record this on Wednesday, they were headed into the courtroom. And during the show, we've gotten a lot more information. I have a deadline headline, but AJ,
really?
why don't you make the big announcement and then I will sort of fill in the blanks.
I have felt for the last few days that Huffman's going to do jail time.
Why now? Lori Laughlin's the one who's gotten the most ink, it seems like.
I think it's because she has the famous daughter. She has the influencer daughter.
Big influencer, beautiful daughter, the husband.
Who is not talking to her right now, by the way.
No, they don't like mommy and daddy. And just so you know, do you realize that
the kids don't know? I mean, the kids didn't know?
She claims that this was just completely on Mom.
Mom, my wife made a good point because I was railing against the parents, and she said, you know what? Come on. You know how many kids would say, do something. All my friends are going to USC. You're a celebrity. Get me in. And I get that. That would happen. And you finally...
Like Brian did.
That's right.
And eventually, as a father, you go, just write the fucking check. She's got her in.
What's a cop's name?
I'm so confused. First off, the $1 million bond is insane.
Crazy.
When the people accused of murder get $300,000.
Right.
I don't know why $1 million. And then the potential jail time. And I get it. There was some sort of act, some RICO act or something.
Yeah.
But this seems weird. And also, here's a real question for you, AJ. We just had a privileged guy in Jussie Smollett get out of there with a slap on the wrist.
Right.
Are we going to make an example out of these two? Because everyone is outraged. Like, oh, these people. So if you have money, you don't have to pay for your crimes or whatever. They are poster children for like privilege, white privilege, whatever.
Yeah.
And coming off of Jussie, and everyone, it's like someone threw a rock at a beehive, and everyone's just buzzing around.
Yeah.
If these two get off with a slap on the wrist, everyone's going to go nuts, right?
Yeah.
It's bad timing for Huffman and Laughlin. Bad timing.
Yeah, I just quickly went through this and highlighted a few things. So as to what AJ said, they didn't enter a plea in their appearances at federal court in Boston in this widespread, college bribery scheme. But according to Deadline, the charges the Huffman and Laughlin face carry a potential maximum sentence of 5 years, and they're thinking that it's going to be somewhere between 6 months and 2 years that they are going to serve in prison.
I was going to say 18 months.
That's what they're thinking.
Charges?
They are mail fraud and honest services fraud. So you say you're making a donation to a charity.
I don't get is there email fraud as well? Like this weird.
There's computer fraud.
There's a weird thing where it's like, well, the problem is once you drop it at the post office, then it becomes a federal situation.
Yeah.
It's like, what year is it again?
Who still uses the post office? Right.
What if the Pony Express brings it?
Right.
I think the worst part of the whole crime is that you're superimposing kids' faces onto real athletes, or you're making believe your kid is on the crew team or a star, a Kevin Owens on the football team, and it's not. I just can't believe that happens nowadays.
Photoshop's really come a long way.
But don't we just need them all paying and mentoring, or Lori Laughlin could teach young kids how not to act.
I don't think they need jail. Yeah, jail. Yeah, well,
cares
how
about.
to act on a Hallmark.
All right. Who here is born beautiful? Anyone?
All right.
This is going to be tough.
All right.
This is going to be tough. I think that the crime, the one that the last part, I forget what you called it, Gina, honest services or whatever.
Services
where you make a fake donation to a charity and then write it off. I mean,
so that means Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine $70 million to USC.
It was all out in the open,
and then Dr. Dre's daughter gets into USC. That didn't have any bearing.
True Young. Well, that's why he had to take his post down. Because
he took it down because he looked like an idiot.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And as we said before, little Olivia Jade is apparently staying with her boyfriend in Malibu. She's
so
not talking to her mom. Olivia
staying with her boyfriend in Malibu.
I know, right? How harsh.
A source claimed Olivia blames her mom and dad for the scandal and the downfall of her career because she was, Instagram influencer, making money for
her own dumb brain.
I'm gonna fucking be in Malibu, mommy.
Ace the SATs.
And but Felicity may be in more trouble. I mean, you think she's going to jail?
Yeah, for some reason I do. And
well, she paid much less than Lori Laughlin.
I know. She got the big star discount.
$15,000 to $500,000.
Versus $500,000. Yeah. And, the $500,000 Do you guys realize this? This is fantastic. It's fascinating. Massimo, right? The designer husband. I don't know why this is important. It struck me funny. His T-shirts were favored by cross-dressers.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Ed Hardy.
No.
Not Big Mike, Big Johnson hoses.
Johnson. No fear.
Tap out.
Fear. For some reason, Massimo's shirts.
I had a Big Johnson shirt in college.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I did. I was 16 or 17 or whatever I was.
Von Dutch hats. They had but yeah, they
I had a Tijuana Pussy Posse shirt. It was a Mexican guy holding cats up there by the tail.
Do you remember Big Johnson shirts, Gina?
I
They
do.
always had this stupid
In Kansas, I sure do.
The one I had was Big Johnson Spring Break. It always pays to have a big deck.
Yeah.
And it's all about people partying on a deck.
Brian.
It's good stuff.
Somebody
That's
makes
good stuff.
those shirts and makes a lot of money.
Oh, can I ask a follow-up question? You may
Sure.
know this, you may not, but it's the part that fascinates me the most, the anticipation. Are you hearing any other names that may come out? Because this thing captured like 600 people or something
Well,
like
they
that?
said there's 50
God.
indicted at this point.
I don't know. I don't know the names because I lost interest because I think that every parent does what they did. It's to me, this is not a big crime. I just the
no,
crime
salacious. It's not a
No, but the crime to me is lying about your kid being on an athletic team. I hate that part of it because there are kids who are really good who aren't going to make that fucking team. So, but paying money to get your kid into a school.
Well,
doesn't bother
they were
me at
also
all.
doing the old switcheroo at the testing facility.
The SAT stuff is bad, too.
Yeah, that's not good. I
Yeah.
mean, when Singer, the guy who's sort of orchestrating all of this says, no, we have testing facilities where we'll switch the kid
facilities,
out. Yeah.
right. John Sembrook took my third SATs in 1980 because I couldn't get past an 1180. And he got me at 1220, and I got a Regent scholarship thanks to John Sembrook. I think we're not going to go to jail anymore. It's been past the statute.
Salacious.
Well, my point is I saw Concrete Jungle in the movie,
Right.
And
Blackboard Jungle?
Blackboard Jungle.
No, this was a women prison film.
Oh, the ones with
Not-
oh, sure.
Yeah.
Not Sidney Poitier.
No. They never got any Oscar nods.
Okay.
I think it was Concrete
A lot of
Jungle.
side boob.
Yeah.
A lot of side boob. Sybil Danning.
Oh, Sybil was
would be
great,
the warden. With the blouse undone. And there's be some big boss man guard who had his shirt undone to his navel and his sleeves rolled up and be smoking
Cigarettes.
It's a different time.
He'd wear reflective shades inside, and it's like, is this a real prison?
Oh, sure it is.
I don't, because
you better watch it.
when the bars would close in the stall in the cell, the whole wall
They'd
would shake. It
shake.
was made of plywood,
Right,
But there was a good shower. There were like two shower scenes,
And the girls would fight too. The big girl fight
topless
scenes.
in the shower. So I know, I got a pretty good read on what goes on.
Yeah.
Lori
It's gonna be for
Laughlin's
them.
not going to last a minute with the big
No
boss
way.
man in
Right.
there.
No way.
Hell no.
No Rotten Tomato score, you're going to be surprised to
Yeah.
believe. Would you like to guess what the IMDb score is?
7.4.
Somewhere between 7.1 and 7.5.
Yeah, probably.
This is one of the few that goes outside the sevens.
Oh, higher.
Oh, wow.
Into the 8.5, 8.6. What are we
Listen,
talking about?
your movie is more than twice as good as this. 4.3.
Oh, yeah, you never see that.
4.3.
There was, so in the 80s, there was the Concrete Jungle, and there was, like, I don't know.
Caged Heat was that
Caged
one?
Heat
Yeah.
was the other.
Caged
Caged
Heat.
Heat was the other one.
Caged Heat.
And they're both very accurate depictions of what goes on in a woman's prison.
sure. Absolutely.
So expect some shower fights
Yep.
and some sex.
Some
and there's gonna be
breakout
going
attempts.
down. Yeah.
And just to bring it full circle, was that? I thought it was Concrete Jungle. Was Wendy O. Williams in Reform School Girls?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was Concrete Jungle.
She was in one of those.
Caged Heat, written and directed by Jonathan Demme?
It was?
Wow.
Got to start somewhere.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, so maybe they go to prison. I don't know.
Wow.
Women's prison, USA.
That'll be crazy.
I dated
Rape,
a girl who did one of
riot,
these movies.
and
I can't think
revenge.
of the name of the movie though.
They'll go to Martha Stewart prison though. Yes.
On a very serious
They have
Hallmark
gardens
Christmas movie.
and
They'll go
everything.
to racquetball prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
White hot desires, melting cold prison steel, caged heat. That's
good.
Listen, these movies were in the theaters. Like, they had you literally by
know.
the short hairs, because it's like, What are you going to do? Go to your room and watch something on a computer that hasn't been invented yet? Or are you just going to give us $6 and come in here and see some side boob?
You know how hard it was to wait for the spank moment? Because do you go spank during the fight scene? Or is it going to be like a lesbo scene later in the cell? Or
yeah, it's dealer's choice.
Now, at the risk of sounding too controversial.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. I get it, though.
The poster, wait, put the post back up. It says, Women's Prison USA, Rape, Riot, and Revenge. Would this be known as the good rape?
Yeah, this would
Probably,
be the happy
Thank you.
side of rape.
Rape gone right.
That's
Rape gone
right.
right.
Rape gone right.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to guess what the Rotten Tomatoes score is?
On Caged Heat.
I can't guess because
Oh, but it has a
I'm going to
score.
say 31%.
The audience has to be in the high 80s, low 90s.
I'm going to say 18.
I'll say 9.
31.
Okay. According to Google, 83%.
With the people at 41? Was there just a whole bunch of gay, ironic critics watching it?
83.
How is that possible?
all
Renegade
lost.
girls.
Wow.
I got to watch Cage Heat now.
All right. Sorry,
Okay.
what else we
Well,
got?
on to another Lori and a better story. Chicago made history electing the first gay and black female mayor just the other night.
Hooray.
Lori Lightfoot received more than 73% of the vote, and Chicago became the largest city to elect an African-American woman as mayor. Lightfoot has never held office, previously served as president of the Chicago Police Board, and was appointed to head the Police Department Office of Professional Standards and the city's Police Accountability Task Force. I have a clip of her acceptance speech that has to do with the police and with gun violence and sort of addressing all that.
All right. Well, that's going to clear
I'm gonna
everything
throw
up.
up in a second.
Caged Heat.
Look at this. Here we go.
We can and we will build trust between our people and our brave police officers so that the communities and police trust each other, not fear each other.
Well, that'll solve the problem.
Done.
We can and we
No more
will
shootings.
break this city's endless cycle of corruption.
That'd be nice for Chicago.
Then put
Our
Jussie
duty
in jail.
as a city, as leaders, as neighbors, as people, is to stand with these mothers and children and put an end to this gun violence once and for all.
Where were the
We
dads?
say-
Just the mom and the kids?
Yeah.
We'll get a few dads in there to stand
No,
up
well,
with them,
no.
and then
She would've
that'll
mentioned that.
help straighten things
They're
out a
working
little
late.
bit.
Yeah, they're working late today.
Oh, all
They're
right.
working
Third
late.
shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
working late.
All right. Well, my thing is you get a few more dads.
I know
that stay in
that's my
town.
theory. I love your theory, man. So biggest problem in America.
It's a great theory.
Let's get you home, Dad. Stay with your
Solve
family.
every problem.
No problems.
All right. So problem solved.
Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Yeah.
It's a good day. So this happened Tuesday, and just around the corner, which is why I know this is a global podcast, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Did you hear that there was a suicide jumper at the Americana right around the corner?
No.
Okay, so
Oh,
listen,
wow.
this story is insane. So the suicide is even scarier than usual because it happened, first of all, not far from here, the Americana Shopping Center here in Glendale, California. Police say a man jumped from the 7th floor of a structure at the mall and landed on another person when he hit the ground who had a child with them who also took some of the brunt. It's unknown if the man was a resident of one of the Americana's residential units because
Yeah,
he was up
the
on
The
a
Americana
balcony.
has like condos
Yeah,
and
it's
whatever, and
beautiful.
balconies,
Yeah.
and they got the choo-choo train going down
like-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite
It's
lovely.
like the Grove. It's the Grove out here.
With apartments
It's beautiful.
on top,
With
yeah.
apartments. It's
Condos.
nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
So
It's like an Armenian grove.
Exactly what
yeah.
it is.
The jumper died, and the man he landed on, as well as the man's child, are still being treated at the
Can
hospital.
we
for injuries.
just do a thing here with the, I'm going to kill somebody and then I'll
Yeah.
kill myself, or I'm going to take out somebody like along the way, or I'm jumping off a freeway overpass, but I'm going to land on someone's windshield and take them out. Just kill yourself at
Kill
home,
yourself
would you
at home.
please?
It's so easy to do.
Doesn't quite dig to me.
It's so simple to do.
It's really.
Why jump in off the 7th floor of a mall? There's
Yeah.
plenty of empty spots
It's
around
super
LA.
antisocial.
Go to an overpass.
Just stay at home. They
Come
have
on.
drugs. Just get some
Drano,
drugs going. Yeah,
anything.
whatever.
Call Wendy Williams. She's got a bunch of shit in her house. She's taking.
You go full David Carradine. Like, you go find yourself a hotel room in Manila.
Or, you know what?
You
Take
put-
a sword into a Scientology center, and they'll
Right.
kill you fast.
Right.
Suicide by
Bullet to the head.
Scientologist.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Get your
Can't take a
junior
sword into
ninja outfit
Scientology.
on.
No, it's-
get your katana. Head down to
Yeah,
the
they'll get
celebrity
you.
center.
Suicide by L. Ron Hubbard, right?
Do that. Yeah, do it that way. But don't land on people.
Yeah.
No.
Shut down traffic in the middle of rush hour.
Also, there's a good chance you might not die if your fall is cushioned by mom and the daughter. You know?
So if you live, is it attempted murder if the person dies?
That would have been interesting. That would have been a very
whatever it
interesting
is.
question,
I'll bet the bond is less than Lori Laughlin had to put up to get that guy back to Glendale.
Yeah.
I know it's less. I know it'll be less. All right, sorry.
Well, here's another bizarre story that.
But this is good for me.
Send
me this. Email me this story.
It's good for you.
Well, I have my kids and wife always wanting to go down there. We'll do some shopping and it's fun or whatever. I'm like, hey, I'd love to. You know, no one loves looking at trousers more than this podcaster, but I got a serious issue here.
Picture this: we're walking around, hand in hand,
it's raining bodies. All right,
okay.
And I love you guys way too much. By the way, shut the door. I'm watching Sports Center, but I'll finish the rest of the speech when I see you tomorrow.
Life's pretty cheap at the Americana.
I'd love to take you down there and ride the trolley.
But you love your family.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Goddamn Chicago. Do we need Lori Lightfoot down at the Americana?
Too much. Hold on. KG2 is at the theater? All right. Now, listen, we run serpentine from the car till we get seated into the theater. You understand? We only stop for an IPA on the way in. That's all. All right, let's go. Let's gear up, people. I didn't know about the KG2.
Sonny, hop off the trolley quicker. You damn. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
So this is also insane. Fox News reports that twin brothers...
I saw Hurricane Heist there.
Oh,
wow.
It's raining bodies.
I saw Hurricane Heist there 2 years ago with the Grizz, Scott Holmes. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
All right, so these twin brothers in Brazil are both being forced to pay child support after a paternity test wasn't able to confirm which one was the father, and they're not telling. So here's the scam. The identical twins refused to admit who the father of the baby girl was in an attempt to avoid making support payments. And after additional DNA testing was done and it returned inconclusive, a judge made the decision, you're both accountable. Here's the scam they're running, ladies. The brothers are totally identical. They're anonymous right now. They've been using their physical similarities to trick women into thinking they're the other person. So, tag team for everyone. They'll be required to each pay $60 a month, which is double what you're supposed to pay.
Are they changing horses midstream? Like, are they like one of them going
like tagging?
Well, you can't really have your doppelganger in the room with you, but what you can do is go, I'm going to go shake the dew off the lily and then walk out of the room, and then he comes back in the same towel, but it's the new guy, right? Well, there may have already been a closing.
Oh, I see.
But he's coming in with a fresh arm.
Round two.
Yeah, I'm saying. You know what I mean? That guy.
Call the bullpen.
Next guy.
Top the left hand.
He's going to refinance,
and
is what I'm saying.
Whoa, you're good. Yeah.
He's virile.
That's right.
Never
turn
enough
me
of this
on,
guy.
baby. It's all you.
Never enough of this Brazilian man.
When my baby goes with me, we go to Rio, motherfucker.
Oh, my.
Was it in Rio, by the way?
My
Rio?
thoughts, I think if you... Here's the difference between men and women in terms of the wiring. If you told a guy, like if you told me when I was 23, guess what you've been the victim of? You know that super hot blonde? Guess what? She has a twin.
And they've been double teaming you.
They've been doubled the whole time.
Gotcha.
Like when she'd go, I got to run out to the car, she drove home.
Wow.
Her twin came in, fresh pussy, entered, and she ravaged you on the futon. I'd be like,
don't you feel like a fool?
Where's my trophy?
So where women are appalled and disgusted and feel like they've been victimized, guys would never stop.
High fives
the victimization to being, how come no one told me this earlier?
It's like I would hear the Chariots of Fire music in my head all day.
You literally just take this incidence of consensual sex and you do the exact same thing and you just spin it. You just go, all right, now let's have two females on one male versus one male on two females, or two males on one female. And you spin it the other way. Guys, first off, there's not a guy in the land would press charges.
No.
Would never think to press charges. If they found out he was pressing charges, he'd get one of those prison-style Full Metal Jacket cot beatings, like in the middle of the night, by just guys, regular guys.
In a pillowcase,
right? And would immediately masturbate to it.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. While doing the soap thing.
Like while you were breaking the information to him, he would be masturbating to it. It'd be the greatest day in anyone's life. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and think that happened to me once.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and do that.
Fantastic.
We've all had sex with a woman.
Yes, we
All right. Let's just assume that happened then.
That's right.
There's no saying, how can you disprove it?
Explain
you can't.
Wait, go back in history and find out someone had a twin?
I had a duplex once, and I had a girl show up in 11R and a girl show up in 10R, and I was going up and down. I got to change the music. I'll be right back. I got to change this. I kept going to different floors. They had no idea.
You're a
Wow.
pimp, AJ.
I love that
Kept
story.
the music loud, and they had no idea.
So now there's a kid, and they're just going to...
They won't tell who did what, and so they're both getting penalized. They both pay the full double the max, and
$60.
Do they even
$60 a
know
month.
what?
Nothing.
Do they even know who did what?
Well,
I
that's
mean,
well, they probably do, but they're not telling. The
But
brothers
why
aren't
would
telling.
they know? Like, if they
Well,
both had
I
sex
was
with
they
him,
wouldn't know because they both had sex with her. So.
Right, but I'm not a scientist.
One of them
but
had to finish the job.
But their DNA is a match because they're identical twins.
All right.
Is that
yeah,
right?
but I'm
Wait, is
saying
that
they
right?
don't know.
They would not know which one sired the child because
but
Hold
they're
it.
saying
Is that
saying,
true?
No,
DNA is not different if you're identical?
That's according to
I
Fox
didn't know
News.
that.
But this is the question. They said they refuse to say. So maybe one of them got her, warmed up in stage 3, and the other one.
But that's the news. But I'm saying if you're going back and forth having
there's no way
sex,
to know.
no way to know.
Presumably you had sex with them
I'm going to
once.
just assume they both had sex. All right.
Yeah.
Would that make you feel better?
And I'm going to assume it's happened to me more than once. Way
Just
more
doubled my
than once.
quotient. Yeah, 6 ladies. Woo!
I was sitting at 4.5 until now. All right, let's do 1.5 more, Gina Graham.
Okay, well, here, how about this? This is a feel-good story, and I think, Adam, it's not going too far for you to call this young man a hero. A 12-year-old boy in Michigan took it upon himself to do a little road work last week. He single-handedly filled monster giant potholes in the road after they're damaging everyone's cars, his mom's car, his grandma's car. Video of this little Good Samaritan was posted on Facebook last week by his mother. It's gone viral, over 60,000 shares. His name's Monty Scott, and he had grown sick and tired of all these potholes on his street. So he decided to make the most of his free time after school. He had a half day, and he put on his little orange hoodie, and he grabbed a shovel and a garbage can filled with dirt from his backyard and got to work filling these potholes. He didn't want any credit. He's just out there, and then these passerbys come and chat him up. So this is what they had to say.
Driving Domino's delivery
this
cars.
boy is out
Look
here
at that pothole.
fixing
That's
the
a
streets.
crazy
Why you
pothole.
say you fixing them, baby?
Come on this side.
He said because the streets are raggedy, so that's why he fixing it.
No doubt, huh? Here goes some
Give him
change to you. I was gonna get you something, but I didn't know what you like. Thank you. You gonna be some too. You a hard worker.
Yeah, he really got a garbage can full of dirt filling these potholes on because his granny dried down this street and they stayed down here.
Where is this?
That's
Michigan.
Yeah, it sounds about right. So, all right.
I've never seen a pothole like that. That's like a swimming pool.
That's a crater.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Couple
look like a
things.
Monty Scott.
Deprivation tank.
Yeah.
A couple things. So I had the guy call from the city when I was talking about the graffiti, and I got the summons from the city and the graffiti on the side of the building or whatever, and we got hold of him. Dylan got hold of him, and he ended up calling while I was taping a Dr. Drew show, and I said to him, "Hey man, I got the summons for the building, but for the graffiti on the side of the warehouse, meaning I was in violation. I need to fix it. It's insane that you're a victim of vandalism, but you're in violation.
Mm-hmm.
They should go to a Jewish cemetery, like the folks from the Glendale City Council, and try to, hey Jew,
listen,
some Nazi desecrated your headstone. Now
Hey,
you're
Clean it up.
reanimate your old bones, and let's get that taken care of. Otherwise, we're going to have to fine you in purgatory."
Problem.
So
Take that penny off your ass.
I said to him, yeah, all right, so I'll clean up my building, but, the street behind us, it's littered with toilets and mattresses and box springs and everything else. And he goes, oh, yeah, man, that's perfect city answer. It's like, oh, people dump there all the time.
No.
It's common
That's
dumping.
a real problem.
Common dumping. It's a real problem. And I said, is there a private sector problem that works that way? We're like, oh, we got a big problem with our business. That's funny.
Anyway.
Oh, we're well aware of that.
People keep
It
tripping and
happens
bumping their head in the entryway.
It happens all the time. Yeah, his answer to what are we going to do about everyone dumping toilets and mattresses and sofas on the street next to the shop you guys are fining me for is it happens all the time, and I'm going to laugh about it now. There's nothing you can do. And it's like, you could do something about this if you wanted to, if you had some energy, if there's some form of competition here, like someone else vying for our tax dollars or something like that. It could be remedied.
I called 311 because I was taking my kids to school, and there was a homeless guy who kept urinating in the street. And one day he had his junk out, and it was like, oh my God, my kids are watching this. Call 311. They go, no, you got to call Department of Sanitation to have him removed. I said, He's a man. He walks around. Sanitation department? Ooh. Yes, that's who handles.
I just thought of a new Fox show. Instead of 911, we do 311. Here, we'll do a commercial. Get some action music going. I'll be the 311 operator.
Yeah, excuse me. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Sir, I'm on the corner at Tahunga and Magnolia. There's a man urinating. I'm taking my kid to school. I can't keep watching
Hold on a second. Listen, my bracket's busted, so don't even ask me. No, I'm out. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
My kids and I go to school, and we keep seeing this man urinate. He's got long dreadlocks. Yeah. And he's urinating with his...
Good for you.
His penis is out.
Right.
My kids are seeing this. They're 11 and 14.
Guess who's out of the Final Four?
No, I didn't call 911, but... Well, 311, I assume you could send somebody pretty quickly.
You want us to call 911?
He's going...
There's 511 for the things that are kind of a problem, but,
it's kind of in between?
Well, it's not really... We don't want to bother the 911 guys, but the 311
I'd appreciate somebody taking him away. My daughter's crying.
Well, why don't you go out there and shoo him away?
Hey, Steve, looks like you're on the phone. No matter. There's bagels in the kitchen.
Oh, bagels?
Yeah, all kinds.
They didn't get the everything bagel, did they?
No. They learned their lesson last time.
All right, well, tell them...
Hurry up, let's get bagels.
Yeah. So, anyway, just go out there and... What'd you say? Was a homeless guy?
I believe he
is.
is.
Give him $5. He'll go away.
Yeah. Fresh out of dough, but listen, I'll try it next week.
Listen, I got to go dig a pothole.
You guys...
I didn't say fill a pothole.
Yeah.
I said dig a pothole.
I know.
So we're making potholes.
Yeah.
So we're making potholes and we're making bagels.
Yeah.
All right. How's your bracket doing?
I'm gone. My bracket's done. I'm done.
All right. Hey, does your son know any martial arts?
Listen, forget it. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to handle it myself.
Yeah, it'd be a good time for him to get his yellow
bat
belt
in the trunk. Yeah.
Hey, don't do anything violent, or I'll have to go above 511.
Right.
Hey, AJBenza,
call 911. We know who you are. Yeah. All right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just tell your son to throw like a kick in the air. And do you know what the definition of a ki is?
No.
That's a hi-ya.
Like okay.
Yeah.
Like a Superman punch kind of thing if he wants to.
Yeah, hold on. Are there blueberry bagels or I don't want an everything bagel.
No, they have the good egg bagels, but we're running out of cream cheese.
Don't cry, honey.
Save a smear for this fella.
Don't cry.
Hurry up.
No, Daddy's going to handle it.
You want me to move you to 511?
Listen, he's peeing again now. He must have drank a lot last night.
We're really the people you call when you're thinking about digging a ditch in your backyard and you don't want to hit a power line. You know what I mean? Like, they bury those things.
Is there anybody I could call for a black homeless man with dreadlocks who's now about to take a dump in one of your potholes?
I don't know. You must have a family member in the neighborhood, right?
Well, yeah, silly
Give him
me.
a call.
Let me get on that.
Yeah. It'd be a good time to really share the martial arts with your son, especially. It's going to be more homeless people moving in.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. One of them is living in a pothole I dug.
Thinking of moving to Sun Valley. What do you think?
Oh, home of the Poly Parrots.
Good football.
Yeah.
You ever hear of Kevin Owen?
That kid.
What happened to that guy?
He never was right after Corolla got to him
honey,
in the championship.
I'm talking football.
And scene. Thank you. All right, where was we?
You want one more story?
One more.
Well, if you're feeling lazy, you might want to get in touch with NASA. They've created the perfect job for anyone who really likes staying in bed, as long as they don't mind not getting out of bed for 60 days without a break. NASA and the European Space Agency, in conjunction with the German Aerospace Center, are undertaking an artificial gravity bed rest study. So by simulating weightlessness's effect with bed rest, scientists hope to develop methods to counteract the impacts of weightlessness. You know, you got to strap yourself in and do the exercises when you're in space, and they got to figure out a better way. So as part of the study, 12 men, 12 women, volunteers, will spend 60 days in bed at a center in Germany. Their full stay will actually be 89 days, with the remaining 19 used to pre-test and recover. In return, though, they will get a little compensation. You'll get $19,000.
Man, maybe we should find a place other than Germany to conduct experiments on human beings.
I couldn't agree more.
Bad optics. Bad optics.
They got a lot of land out there they haven't been using for a long time.
Yeah, why don't we just find some neutral country nearby and do it there? It doesn't quite have
Cape Canaveral.
the baggage that Germany has.
Yeah,
what are we still doing trying to figure out weightlessness? What are we doing? We haven't figured this out yet.
We're not there yet.
What are we doing?
Look, I've said it. I've really been thinking about it. They just had this policy or study came out that said, like, your immune system has to fight something, and all the Purell and the triple glazed windows and the HEPA filters and everything. That means your immune system's got nothing to do, and now you're allergic to peanuts and you're allergic to everything. Okay. Your body needs to fight gravity. Your immune system needs to fight gravity. Your brain needs to fight gravity. Your entire being needs to kind of push up against something all day, every day. There must be some resistance training. And I don't think it's any different in your brain, in your immune system, your innards, or your muscles. It's like we just need, you need something to push against. And if you don't push against something, you end up with Lori Laughlin's daughter. That's essentially what you have.
Nobody wants that.
Hot influencer.
No, just mean like she grew up in a zero. She looks great in a bikini, but she grew up in a zero mentally. Zero gravity, and has no way to cope with or deal with or handle anything.
Isn't it true if a chick's about to hatch, if you break the egg for the chick and they don't do it themselves with their beak, that chick will die?
It's the same thing with butterflies. If you help them through the cocoon, they have to push out fluid, and if you do it for them, they die on the ground.
There you go.
Same with neighbors and car accidents. You don't get near that wreck. They got to learn to fight.
I'm not touching that door.
I don't care how
degrees.
deep that mire is. If they can't get the door open, that's on them. They'll never survive.
Come on.
That's right. That's what happened with Chappaquiddick.
Okay.
I always, whenever you used to look at the Sky Mall, and you'd see like the stuff you didn't need in the Sky Mall. You don't do it anymore, but you fly, and you're like, a double-decker cat stroller. Look at maybe I'll get some cats. I should squeeze the trigger on that. Or
it's a bird feeder. It's a bed.
Giant inflatable chess pieces for the pool. I don't even know how to play chess, but that seems like a good idea to me. Yeah. I would always see like the Life Hammer. And that hammer, it's got the thing you can cut your belt off with, the thing that cracks the glass and the window. And I know it, but I know if I got that, I know how I would die. I would go upside down in a swamp. I'd be reaching underneath my seat, and I'd hear the thing clank around in the trunk. And I realized at some point, Lynette put it in the trunk of the car, and I'd just be going, why? And then I'd just die.
Bubbles
coming out of my mouth.
Exactly.
It'd be in the goddamn trunk.
Oh, my God.
Pocket fish.
That's how I died. They'd be like, we found him trying to chew through the back seat. That's where we found him. He died doing what he loved, chewing Naugahyde and screaming, cursing his family. Because somebody would throw it in the trunk at some point, and that would be it.
Why would you need this?
Right into the life.
To stay alive.
All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Gina Grad.